Today, we live in a digitalized era. Everything is related to technology. We are in an era where some people find it difficult, some people find it, yes, that's the way it should be. We live in an era that is dominated by artificial intelligence, smart appliances, and virtual reality. Sustaining a balance between these kind of things in this fast-paced life is becoming difficult. It's becoming very complex to have a harmonious way of doing things when things are so fast-paced. We need to have something that makes it a little bit cordial, something that makes it a little bit calmer. In order to understand the things, the way they are going, fast, and another way of going on a roller coaster ride, we are kind of getting lost. We don't know where this technology is taking us. We are getting so used to these smart gadgets that we think if we don't have this, we don't have life. I'm sure all of you who are sitting here are already connected with your Wi-Fi. Is there anybody who's still not connected? Then sure you must be having 3G or 4G. In order to have a great relationship with this technology, we have to embrace it because everyone needs to embrace change. But when it's going so fast, we have to see how we can balance this technology as well as our human race. Who created these smart gadgets? Who is the mastermind that got these things in this digitalized era? It's us humans. It's us humans who have the master key. In order to understand this better, we always say, emotions drive people, and people drive performance. Again, I repeat, emotions drive people, and people drive performance. We need to strike a balance between reality and virtual reality. We need to connect emotionally. We need to connect using our emotional intelligence. That is EI over AI. It's very important for all of us to understand when we have a great mix of human as well as technology, it's a great place to live. World is a great place to live because everything becomes smaller and nicer. We need to understand how we can have this terminology being understood in a much better way. As I said, emotions drive people and people drive performance. But how do we know how we are performing? How do we know that whether our performance is a tick mark or a cross? It's the human values that guide us. They are like the guidelines that help us to understand the difference between do's and don'ts, the rights and the wrongs. They lay the foundation of something which is like a long-term exercise for all of us. Understanding human values is much nicer and easier if you understand via emotional intelligence. Emotional intelligence is something wherein you understand first your emotions and then understand the emotions of people around you. If you connect using emotional intelligence, believe me guys, half the battle is won. In order to understand human values in a much more broader way, it is important to understand the 5 principles that guideline what human values are. We all have these things amongst ourselves. Right from the day a kid is born, he or she has those in him or herself. But it's just we need someone, some harness, to help us understand them. Human values can be understood by 5 main principles. The first one is truth. The principle of truth is something we all know. We have to be honest. We have to be honest to ourselves. We have to be good. We have to do things in a nice way. But in this technological era or in this fast era where everyone wants to be number one, we sometimes want to follow the shortcut. We don't realize, we just say, it's just for this project, I'm doing this. No one is watching. We do it once, we do it second time, we do it third time, and then we never know how many times we keep on doing without realizing that we are not following the path of truthfulness, honesty, we are going towards something else. Be honest to yourself. Try practicing it. It's not difficult. It might take some time, but follow it. Try to follow it. Once you understand the path of truthfulness, honesty, believe me, things will get better and better. And you will move towards something which is right conduct. These terminologies seem very simple. It's not rocket science. It's not something that you need to memorize. It just comes naturally. Right conduct, as the term says, you have to be good. Think as a human. Sit back. Take a deep breath. Think about all the good things in life. It's only when you people are having stress, for the students when they're having exams, for some of us, when we are going through a rough pace, we start thinking, oh God, oh God, oh God, I wish it happens well. Oh God, you start doing these kind of things. It's normal. Believe me, all these things are normal. But try to practice it in your day-to-day life, that is right conduct. Try to be good, not just to yourself, but to other people as well. But to be good to other people, we have to first be good to us, to the people around us, teach them the good things, the normal things, the valuable things which take them a long way. I have a question before I ask about the third principle, that is peace. How many of you experience stress because of your personal life? How many of you experience stress? Can I see the hands a little bit higher? Okay, wow, not bad. Okay, now I frame it in a different way. How many of you face stress because of your professional life? Wow, I see 2 hands, great. How many of you have not used stress, the word stress? Oh, I'm stressed, I'm feeling stress. How many of you have not used it in last 2 days? You have not used it? Never? Okay, wow, that's great. So it's wonderful, those of you who have not used it, it's great. Because stress is something that we invite ourselves. It's just a state of mind. I know I had to do a TED talk here, and I was a bundle of nerves. Believe me, I have been going practically every week to different countries for my motivational speeches, but I've never been so stressed. I have never been like this. It's just the ambiance that makes it go like this. Because of the way we feel, we are just seeing everything that is around us and we start getting nervous. Stress is something which you are giving rise yourself. There's nobody who's creating stress. I'm stressed because of he is a good speaker. I'm stressed because she's looking more beautiful. She's looking good. Appreciate beauty. He's a great speaker, congratulate him. But that doesn't make you that you have to be stressed for no reason. Try to find peace. Try to find peace within you. Technology will come and go. Things will change. They will continuously change. It's not gonna stop. But that doesn't stop us from being human. There are a lot of us who are looking for yoga camps. I want peace. I need to go to yoga camp. We go to inner engineering camps. We want to find a motivational guru. We want to have a guru who becomes my emotional anchor. Believe me, a lot of people, they tell me, can you be my emotional anchor? And I tell them, you don't need me, even though I would be getting money. They are going to be my future clients. But I say, you don't need me. You can help yourself first. Try doing it. You are your best judge. You need to find peace within you, because if you are peaceful within, you will start feeling it outside as well. Because internal peace is very important. Once you are at peace with yourself, you will start appreciating the beauty around you. The beauty could be natural beauty of Switzerland. It could be beauty of beautiful girls sitting in this room. It could be beauty of handsome guys sitting in this room. Beauty could be anything. And as we say, beauty lies in the eyes of beholder. Whatever you feel is beautiful, you will start appreciating it, and you will start becoming a calmer person. And that's the principle, the fourth principle, which is non-violence. Mahatma Gandhi, who is known as the father of nation in India, he said, I practice non-violence. I want people to practice non-violence. At that time, he said, if someone is slapping you here, give him your other cheek. If he slaps here, give him the other cheek. The person will get tired. He'll like, what's wrong with him? He'll get tired slapping you, but you are like, come on. And that's something you're testing the patience of other person. At workplace, believe me, every day you face these kind of things. You may not be happy how people are reacting. You may not be happy how people are performing. But if you can't be like them, try to take the best things from the people and practice it yourself. Because if you start taking the best practices from the people around you, believe me, you will evolve. You will become a better person. Which is the fifth principle, that is principle of love. Principle of love is something which preaches, as you love, as you understand the people around you, believe me, life will become more beautiful. We are all going through rough phases. Life is not a bed of roses all the time. As students, I have also been in that phase, I know. It's not a bed of roses all the time. We go through our ups and downs. As people working in organizations, as professionals, it's coming and going. But that doesn't stop us from loving ourselves. Love yourself first. Yes, I repeat, love yourself first. Because if you are in good shape, if you are good, you can do things in a better way. Believe me, at work, every one of us feels, oh, I am to be at work. If I'm not there, the work will not happen. Everyone is relying on me. Everyone is going to be banking upon me. If I'm not there, it will come to a standstill. But let me tell you something. You are not there, you will be replaced by someone immediately, in 2 days. Everyone is replaceable, believe me. So take care of yourself, because if you are good, if this machine is good, everything is good. The other machines, they can be repaired, they can be replaced, but this machine can't be replaced. The key lies in your hand. You have to be careful how you deal with it, how you keep it, how you nurture it. So when you have these 5 principles, when you are following these 5 principles in your day-to-day life, you will think, you will evolve, you will be a much, much better person. You will not be afraid of AI. You will not be afraid of anything that comes up. because you are having a command over yourself. And that's human values. It is something that is nurtured as you come in this world every single day. It doesn't stop. To understand this better, I have the emotional journey. Each one of us has emotions. We are all emotional beings. Some of you might be very emotional. Some of you might be so-so. As an Indian mother, whenever my kids get great grades, I'm like, oh my God, and I start crying. He's like, what? I got a 6/6 and you're crying. What for? And I'm like, no, these are tears of joy. Then he falls down, he gets hurt, or my daughter loses a match. She plays badminton. So she loses a match, I'm like, and I start crying. Now what is that for? Did she win? That's why. Or did she lose? That's why. It's just emotions that make you a person that sometimes you want to be. You don't have to hide your emotions. Emotional intelligence can be best understood by two main competencies: personal competencies and social competencies. Personal competency is something that is within us. We need to understand first the concept that we are dealing ourselves. So that's why we say, believe in yourself. You could be a good choreographer, you could be a good photographer, you could be a good speaker, you could be anything under the sky. But unless you don't believe in yourself, you can't tell others. You can't show your talent to others. So it's important, every one of us, believe in yourself, because once you can believe that, yes, I can do it, you can lead the team. As a manager, don't expect that I will just give the things to my subordinates or my people who are working below me. They'll do it. I'm just going to go out and chill. That's not a good approach. To guide them, to tell them what needs to be done, how it needs to be done. Set an example. Do it yourself. Be a role model. Because if you are there to guide them, you need to tell them how to do it. Believe me, with most of my students, when I'm setting up the exams, sometimes I do those exams myself to see whether they can do it in 2 hours or not. There are a lot of practices which I do when I experiment with my students, because I want to feel like them. I want to sit in their shoes and experiment. If I can do it, they can do it as well. Once you start believing in yourself, once you start thinking, yes, things are getting better and better, you will be able to manage yourself much better. Second competency is the social competency. Man is a social animal. We need societal approval for things. We need societal approval of how we are. How are the things that are happening here? You go to a shop, it's a very silly example, you go to a shop, you try a dress, and you're looking yourself in the mirror, right? Someone is passing by, you don't know that person. Someone is passing by, and he's just, and you're like, oh, I like this dress, it's nice. You try another one, and someone does, nah. He does like this, oh my God, I look so fat in this. I need to change. Even if you don't know that person, but his or her approval matters. So social competency is something wherein you need to be a part of the society. To be a part of the society, we need to understand the people who are with us. The people who are our subordinates, who are our bosses. They could be family, immediate family, your kids, anybody and everybody. That becomes your social approval of getting things done. So once you are aware of the people who are with you, you are becoming more and more comfortable with your surroundings. Social awareness is something understanding the people with whom you are working, their do's and don'ts, their likes and dislikes, their things that they like and they don't like. So once you start respecting those things, once you start becoming comfortable with those things, you keep that in mind and you start practicing them. Believe me, if you do those things on a day-to-day basis, you will have a wonderful relationship with the peers, with the people that you work, with your students, with your colleagues, your batchmates, your immediate family, your neighbors, anyone and everyone. And things will become much easier. And those of you who are students of business, I'm sure you must have heard about Maslow. Yes? The theory of motivation, how many of you are aware of it? Great. So in the Maslow's theory of motivation, social needs are in the middle, right? To go to the self-esteem or self-actualization needs, you pass via social needs. So if you are well aware, if you are well placed in your social needs, you are socially aware, you have good relationship with the people, things start getting better, and you are in much comfortable situation. So I strongly say, emotions make an impact. They make a strong impact. So you need to connect emotionally with every single person. Do not wait, do not think or judge, just connect. And I feel it's best to understand the things which are important in life, which is family. I believe family is the best school. It's the first and best school every kid has experienced. All of us in this room have experienced the do's and don'ts, the right and wrong things via our parents. Coming from India, where still there are some people living in joint families, it's very, very common that it's a responsibility of the joint parents, of the grandparents living in joint families, transmitting the cultural values, the real values to the kids via storytelling. It's something which each one of us enjoys. Even now, you are in a place where things are being told, you enjoy it. So parents need to connect because the grandparents, they tell stories of their children. When your parents were small, they would do this. When your parents were this, they do that. And kids connect. So just remember, we all need to connect. We all need to find our emotional connection. Do not wait for something, bling, the light will come. Just connect. Don't wait for some issue or don't wait for some kind of situation that will sparkle you. It just needs to be connected. Spend more time with your family. Spend more time with your children because everyone is on gadgets. It's very difficult to remove them for those gadgets. So I personally appeal to all of you, spend time with your loved ones, spend time with your family, because in this age of digitalization, we need to have more and more of human connection. If you believe in connecting, if you give your time to your children, to your family, to your spouses, to your partners, believe me, you will be working very well on your present now. Whatever you have done in the past, forget it. Think of it as an example, work on it, and believe in much and bigger future that comes your way. Thank you.